Well, guys, I'm back one more time. You know who I am. I'm drummer 1980 hailing from Columbia, South Carolina. My motto is simple. I don't make believe, I make believers. I hope you're having a good day today, family. And if you're not having a good day, ask yourself why, because after all, happiness is an inside job. Did you hear me? I said happiness is an inside job, and it will always be an internal affair. Well, guys, we back today again with my man, King Flex, Tariq, Nasheed. Y'all need to hear this conversation. This is what I say about this brown and black coalition, and you trying to invite everybody to the cookout. Okay, you go invite people to the cookout, and they go make like they cooked everything, they bought everything. You ain't had nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, you was invited to the cookout. Let's go, guys.
This is the doozy. Let me play the rest of this. Fair use. Again, fair use. Panda Chop News. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use. Panda Chop News. Fair use. Shout out to Panda Chop News. Hold on.
Wait. Okay, what do you mean by black supremacists?
I told you in one episode of yours, I said when I sat with Cootie, I was at Soho House with Cootie, right? It was that time when Kanye was on TMZ, when he was saying, well, 400 years sounds like a choice.
Now she's about to get into some alt-right talk right now. Listen to this.
Years of slavery, right? And everybody misquoted him and said, oh, Kanye said 400 years of slavery is a choice. No, he said it sounds like a choice. And I sat and I was talking with Cootie, the man who had been his friend, been filming him for years. And he was like, I was like, well, this is what's going on. I'm like, they're bashing Kanye because he is bringing a message of unity. That's what he was speaking at the moment. You know what
Kanye wasn't bringing no message of unity. He was just talking.
I mean, and I could, even in that one little compartment, aside from all his other issues, that one compartment of what he said. And then Cootie was like, well, Kanye is crazy. And I got so defensive. I was like, Kanye is not crazy. Because especially at the time, I can't speak for Kanye right now, but at the time he was coming out with a lot of truth. And I was understanding what he was saying, and I was resonating with what he was saying. So Cootie and I was seeing the temperature of where we were going in America. Right? This was 2018.
Shout out to From Downtown for the super chat. Much respect to you, brother.
Next thing you know, Black Lives Matter and COVID hits, right? Before Black Lives Matter, I wasn't hated on by Black people.
My New York brothers, let me talk to my New York brothers. Love y'all, but y'all prop up these Latin chicks like this. Y'all been propping them up for a long time, and then they turn around and have this real disrespectful disposition towards Black society, and they use you guys as their shield. Oh, I'm with that Black dude over there, so yeah, I can talk reckless. I'm with this Black guy. I'm with this guy. I grew up with this. I was cool with this Black dude here. So then they can just start talking crazy about Black society. A lot of my New York brothers, y'all let this kind of stuff go down because you were smashing or trying to smash on them. Not all of you, but man, a lot of these women start getting like this when some of the money starts drying up in the streets.
The best is yet to come. Hold on. We just not getting started. Hold on. Get your popcorn ready. Go get you a Coke or something. Come on back, or some juice or something, some water. And come on back, all right? And Tariq is right. Sex ruins some of y'all. Some of y'all are just pathetic. Some of y'all are just losers. I said what I said. You're losers. Coach control everything about your whole entire existence. Your purpose is sitting over there on a shelf and you worrying about your fleshly desires, which in that has a part. But listen to what I said. The operative word is part in your life. That's part of your sexual desire should only be a part of your life, not your entire life, fool. And you let people run down upon your people? Guys, understand this. Everybody can't go. You have to cut the dead weight. That's why I don't try to explain nothing to certain people. When I see you talking about, what about black on black? Wait a what? Women, all that. Write them off. Write them off. I don't have time. And this woman on here talking reckless, guys. Y'all need to go see the whole thing, what Tariq did on her. This woman talked like Megyn Kelly on Fox News, okay? This is how they talk. You invite these people in, and like how he said, they use you as a cloak to cover them. But the truth start coming out whenever they get comfortable.
Going back to just like what's going on at Fox Sports, when that money starts drying up, they start sounding like Karens. Rosie Perez be talking that same talk, by the way. I don't like none of the stuff that Rosie Perez be saying about, like, when she worked on the movie Do the Right Thing. She acts like she got sexually assaulted. Yeah, he was getting off rubbing ice on me. I was uncomfortable. It gets into some real weird accusatory stuff. And in other movies, she was doing damn near softcore porn in other movies. But when she talks about Spike, it's like, oh, I was so violated. Oh, my God. So they do this when they get older and get some zaddy somewhere. I feel a certain way about that. Excuse me. Hold on.
I can't speak for Kanye right now, but at the time, he was coming out with a lot of truth. And I was understanding with what he was saying, and I was resonating with what he was saying. So Cootie and I was seeing the temperature of where we were going in America, right? This was 2018. Next thing you know, Black Lives Matter and COVID hits, right? Before Black Lives Matter, I wasn't hated on by Black people. Maybe secretly. But after Black Lives Matter, all of a sudden, I became a Karen when talking about rap music that talks about murdering Black people.
Ma'am, are you Puerto Rican? Yeah. Let me say this. Yeah, foundational Black Americans are going to feel a certain way about a Puerto Rican talking to us about crime. Ma'am, your homeland, beloved, your homeland, with one of the highest crime rates in the Western Hemisphere, yeah, we would have a problem with that. We would have a problem with that.
Did y'all hear the dog whistle talking about where Black Lives Matter start hating on me? Do you see the deceit, the level of deceit? Guys, if you don't understand how things work by now, I question your sanity. Apparently, there's something wrong with you mentally. Or perhaps you just one juicy coward. This woman here talking about somebody hating on her. For what? Who are you to hate on? See, guys, the problem is she think highly of herself, more highly than she ought to. With family. Now, this is the problem. Whenever these Latinos and light-skinned and they this and that, they come around, they think that they are above you. Simply because of this colorism thing too now. Oh, do you want to talk about it? They think that they are above you in some type of way. That don't move me. It maybe move them dudes from New York. This ain't New York though. We don't play like that. I don't care that you Latino or whatever. That don't move me. So what? And what's your point? Is they something different? No. Believe me, I know. There ain't nothing different. Quit inviting people to the cookout. Just stop that mess. Quit letting people come in, talk reckless. The minute they start talking reckless, you need to check them. And if they continue, just castigate them. Cast them to the side all together. Simple, fast, cut and dry. It's black and white, no gray area. You see how that works? And we are doing this across the board. Don't trust nobody, because history have shown us throughout the centuries, look how people treat you and look how you treat people. That should be enough alone to make your antennas go up to the sky vertically. And you should say, oh, so we treating these people like this, but these people turn around and spit in your face for no reason, for no reason, for no reason. Talking about crime. Let us deal with that. You deal with the crime in Puerto Rico over there. You deal with that, and let us deal with this.
Say supremacy, though, right? Do you think that Black people have just reached the point where they're tired of dealing with the things that they've been dealing with?
No, it's an agenda. You know why? No, it's an agenda. I'll tell you why. Beyonce's Black is King.
Uh-oh.
This whole Black agenda, and I'm just watching commercials, and it's like, pills for like vitamins for Black women. What about vitamins for all women? You know what I mean?
Lord.
I get we all have different hair textures.
Lord. Boy, that Beyonce hate. Boy, let me say this, boy. That Black woman hate. Let me get deep for a minute. Family. Women like this, who brothers prop up. A lot of brothers prop these women up. A lot of these Latin women like this, they get around brothers, and brothers just prop them up like queens. So then they get, not all, but too many get this entitlement thing, where when they walk in the room and there's some Black folks, the spotlight is supposed to go on them. So when they're in the room and the spotlight ain't on them and it's on a Black woman, they lose their minds. These type of women, when they see a Beyonce get shine and not them, they lose their damn minds. Especially when people like Beyonce are embracing their Blackness. XO Melch, shout out to you. Edward Jones, shout out to you for the super chat, brother. When you have a foundational Black American princess queen like our good sister Beyonce, embrace her Blackness, because Black folks, when you're up, you're supposed to be non-Black, or you're supposed to be the kind of person who erase or makes your Blackness invisible. You become a minority. I'm a person of color. So shout out to all the women of color. When you say, no, I'm going to use my notoriety to bring shine and attention to my Blackness and say what's up and give props and pride to my Black culture. Oh my God. Oh God, what is this? I don't want to hear that bullshit, because J-Lo runs around with the Puerto Rican flag. J-Lo is the queen of the damn Puerto Ricans. Nobody complains.
Right.
When all of these other women rep their heritage, when these Latin women were out here, they had the Latin explosion. That was a whole thing. Remember in the early 2000s, the whole Latin explosion. Shakira and all of that, they were embracing their Latin heritage. It wasn't a problem. We embrace our foundational Black American heritage. Now it's a problem. Now it's divisive. Out of here. That's where all this boils down to. Shout out to David Foley for the super chat. Much respect to you. All that Black woman hate.
I couldn't have said it better myself, King Flex. You better not embrace your Blackness. You better not do that. That's a crime. That's offensive with your tar baby, so your Black behind. You better not do that. Now, everybody else can brag about Spartans and Latino this, and I'm German and we did this, and I'm from this place, but you say anything embracing who you are, who the Creator made you now. Oh, that's a problem. And do you know why that's a problem? God told me, I didn't know. I'm going to say it, because whenever that they see you, no matter how you see yourself, listen at me. No matter how you see yourself, that's not how everybody else see you. You are the threat. You are the powerhouse. You. That's what they see. But you still see yourself as an ant. They see you as Goliath, though. And they have to keep you at a certain level. They have to put chains around your mind. And a lot of you still got chains around your mind. You don't think nothing of yourself. Nothing. I refuse. Listen at me. I refuse to walk around in this one life that I have with my head hung low, looking at the ground, while everybody else embracing their culture, which is not much of anything, a bunch of foolishness, a bunch of violence and degradation and genocide. That's most of them culture, if you want to be honest. But yet, they want us to overlook all the things that our ancestors did and all the things that we persevered through and all, they want you to overlook all that. And they want to talk about something about Chicago, Baltimore. Like, that's the only thing that we do. Guys, don't fall for this trick. Embrace who you are. Love your skin that you're in. The Creator made you like that. And I'm well pleased of what he did. Okay? Listen at me, guys. Never belittle yourself, all right? Don't worry about it. I don't care if you dark as this microphone. So, what's your point? So what? Don't get into that light-skinned mess and don't worry about that. The sun has kissed me, has smiled upon me. Don't worry about all the outside noise. Because it's futile. The only way that's going to affect you is you embracing and internalizing. No. Everything, I'm checking it at the door. I hear it and I see it, but I don't accept. I reject anything, any notion that will tear me down internally, because the internal always manifests to the external, right? I reject all of that. Reject that foolishness. God created you as a black person. That's fine. That's more than fine. You are the original. Why you complain? Why you letting these people get into your head? I'm going to embrace who I am, and you embrace who you are. And it's just that simple.
Having this racial divide thing going on. Because if we go back, slavery is not even about race. Okay, slavery is about money.
No, it was about race. It wasn't about no damn money.
What a lot of people fail to realize was that slavery existed on the planet like normal.
Okay, that's that alt-right talk. She's sounding like the alt-right. This slavery existed before, so why are all these black people tripping? Slavery was all over, so why are black people still trying to fight it? Yeah, over on my island, we gave up. We done let the white people defeat us mentally. Why are y'all still fighting it?
Thousands of years ago, okay? We had Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery. So people who want to claim to be a part of the 12 tribes of Judah and all that, and they want to go heavy on that, guess what? His own Hebrew brothers sold him into slavery to Egypt, right?
All right, my Hebrew Israelite dudes, y'all better hold this L, because y'all always claiming these folks. Y'all like claiming them as part of the tribes. Y'all claim some of these Latinos as part of the tribes and all of that stuff, and this is how they feel, all right?
Boy, I'm going to tell you, some people just lost, just out the gate, just lost for no reason, in the abyss, floating around, going nowhere. If you know anything about slavery, guys, slavery was on the planet, yes. I concede to that point. See, but what you fail to realize, what many people fail to realize, is there is a difference between slavery and chattel slavery. We were the only people in the known universe that they took everything from you, strip bare bones. Okay? This is what we talking about. Indentured servant, that was considered to be slavery. But whenever you say chattel slavery, that's a whole nother conversation. That's in a different universe altogether. Slavery, yes. Chattel slavery, us. Don't never let anybody diminish that fact, guys. Chattel slavery is a total different ball game. That's a horse of a different color, so to speak.
Right? Slavery has been prevalent in Africa for thousands of years.
But do you not think that that's offensive to somebody, to black people that have, had a history in this? Like, for you to come out and say something like that, don't you think that it's a bit insensitive?
We need to. Well, no, because we need to go beyond 400 years of up history. skewed history, mistranslated history on purpose. I will go as far to say that the civil rights movement and the Holocaust were both psyops, made up, staged things to create a certain ideology and mind control over masses right now.
Family, ladies and gentlemen, this woman is saying the quiet part out loud. I want y'all to understand something. You hear how disrespectful this woman is, not only to us here, to the Black people in the civil rights movement. This is what they talk about in their homes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, do you hear this? You think she's just rambling. They talk like this in their homes. All right? She's saying the quiet part out loud. What is she? This is the same talk that the Derek Colognes and them guys be having. All that black supremacy. What's different from this and what Joe was saying? Fat Joe. Yeah?
Speaking of Fat Joe. I thought it was just on the internet, guys. Yeah. This woman just said it was a psyop. You can't make this up, guys. I'm glad Donald Trump signed that executive order. No more birthright citizenship. Okay. To get people like this out the paint. Get rid of these people. Get rid of these people. I said it. Get rid of these illegals and these people that's over here. No. Go back where you came from. Go back which you came from. You understand that? I support Donald Trump in this instant, okay?
She said the civil rights movement was a psyops. Come on. Somebody said she's off her meds. Y'all, you think she crazy. That's what they talk like. Shout out to Mogul Mays. Hey, family, what's the difference between her and John Leguizamo? John Leguizamo be talking crazy too. All of them talk crazy. John Leguizamo be doing the same thing. Fat Joe, same thing. Derek Colognes, same thing. Crazy Legs, same thing. They be sitting up here lying and rewriting damn history. What's the difference between her and them? She's saying the quiet. She's saying the quiet part out all the way loud. She's just crashing all the way out with it. There, she's going all the way off code. That's the thing. She's going all the way off code. She's saying what they talk about when we ain't around.
That's right.
It sounds crazy to you, but this is what they talk about, and this is how they talk about it. Yeah? Understand that. Hold on, play the rest. Y'all better understand.
And that Holocaust, that staged Holocaust that happened in World War II, still is affecting America today. That civil rights movement, all that stuff is still affecting America today.
But what did you say? That Black people don't care about that, though, in the sense of like whether or not it was a psyop or not, it still affected them and it still caused them pain as a people.
Well, and also with the civil rights movement, boy, y'all damn, these other people, Latinos, they damn sure benefited from it. They damn sure benefited from the civil rights movement of us going out there stomping down. They sure benefited from that. And many of their movements were inspired by the civil rights movement, even though some of their civil rights organizations crapped on us. This ain't new what she's saying. Go look up LULAC, one of the oldest Latin American civil rights organizations. They crapped on us for years. So this ain't new. I'm not shocked.
LULAC said, the Negro problem is not our problem. Well, okay. When Donald Trump mass deport, that's not our problem.
You're shocked. I'm not shocked by none of this she's saying.
Of course. Guess what? But guess what? Guess how we heal from our trauma?
Uh-oh.
You don't sit there and talk about it and cry on it and vibrate on that hurt and that pain. You go through it, you realize, and then you have to heal. And then you have to now take responsibility for your own projection.
From somebody who had to flee from their homeland, somebody who's not where they're from. You're not in your homeland. You're not on, even if it's Puerto Rico, and people like to say, well, Puerto Rico is a part of the U.S., you ain't over there. All right? You ain't over there doing nothing to build it up. You ain't fixing it. You ain't propping it up. You ain't helping nobody over there.
Instead of being a victim, oh, well, white people are racist everywhere, and I'm not going to be able to live a life of abundance and peace, and because people are racist. Well, that is now your personal reality that you are creating, because they created a mass agenda to program the masses. But one person has the ability to create their own reality. So let go of that big agenda and singularly create and heal from your personal trauma.
Ma'am, get your ass over to Puerto Rico and heal that trauma.
Because truly, I can't even, I know that I don't mean to say it like this, but I know I don't have the audience to properly convey what I want to from a true higher consciousness standpoint right now. But just say this, if I can simplify it. We say, even me, I got sexually abused, right? Am I going to sit here and go out and be scared of men everywhere and peg every man as a fucking rapist and predator because I've been sexually abused several times?
Well, the thing is, that abuse ain't systematic. There are no institutions that's allowing the abuse, whereas there are institutions that allow anti-Black racism, such as hospitals where they fracture the bones of babies. As we played earlier, there are institutions that allow that stuff, where you have white supremacists who are accused of harming Black babies, and then they get on paid leave and then get to come back. That's different from a personal thing that happened to you as an individual by another individual. Just wanted to throw that out there real quick. These old janky comparisons that ain't really hitting like she think is going to hit. All right, hold on.
No, I'm not going to do that. If I can create that, I can continue to create that reality and vibrate on that frequency. But if I want to heal, then I have to take the responsibility and to change my vibration and my mentality.
Which is fleeing from your homeland.
Family, let me just ask you a question. So what have we been doing all of these years? Like people just sitting around moping and not doing anything. And they do this on purpose. Because what they want to do is erase the blood debt. No. What they want you to do is forget about the blood debt. No, absolutely not. This government is still here operating, and the money has compound and them been flipped billions of times. And we are not like you. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. You are not like us. We don't run and jump on the first thing smoking. No, we don't do that. We stand our ground and do what we have to do. That's why we are the most hated and the most loved at the same time. That sounds like a contradiction of terms, don't it? We are the most hated because everybody want to be us. And they know they won't never live up to being us. We don't never have to denigrate people to try to rise above. As a matter of fact, I'll go this far. We always helping. Huh? Did you hear me? I said, we always helping somebody. When is the last time the Puerto Ricans helped us do anything? In masses. Not individuals. In masses. And this fool have the audacity and the unmitigated gall to speak of the civil rights movement as something negative. And she benefit from it. This is how dirty and scummish these people are. Just unscrupulous. Just downright filthy in my book. Go sit here and talk this tortilla babble. Just, it's a psyop. It's a psyop. What the world are you talking about, woman? People was getting unalived and burned up in churches, and dogs been sicked on them, and people... And you have some, that's why I don't care for, guys, I'm telling you, this is when you need to be divisive right here. If any time it's a time where you need to be divisive, it's with people like this. Then this is what we're talking about. So you want me to try to mesh and amalgamate with this? You out your cotton picking mind.
One, to not only forgive them, but forgive myself.
We ain't forgiving nothing. We ain't forgiving a damn thing. We're standing on business, and we're standing on our lineage, and we're standing on our homeland as foundational Black Americans, and we ain't fleeing nowhere to wag our finger to other damn people.
Forgive all of humanity as a whole, because we have all been living in trauma for thousands of years on this planet. And then move forward with my life, because everybody has the ability to create you have a 6 feet circumference of electromagnetic force field around you, your projection of your personal reality.
I get what you're saying. From that. Go ahead.
And now that I think about this, it's another psyop, another inception that he's creating, more divide, another compartment to create another class of people where you can control them easier.
I get what you're saying. But wouldn't you say, though, that there's more layers when you're talking about racism and oppression versus, being abused by in a single instance?
No.
Okay, very good question by the host. Very good question by him. He's asking some good questions and really giving some good pushback on this idiot ass woman.
Oh, it's all trauma. It's all pain. It's all hurt. You know what I mean? It's literally all the same thing. You're talking
about a singular instance of pain versus, a systematic situation of everywhere you're going, right?
Shout out to Derek Robinson for the super chat. Shout out to Kepper for the super chat. Shout out to all the super chats.
I can strike up another Me Too movement and get hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of women all over the country that have been sexually abused, and we can do the same thing. Same thing. And then we can go bash men. You're all evil because you're all racists. All of you. Same thing.
This here is, you see what you have. I'm not making anything up. You hear it. She trying to compare an apple to a watermelon, basically. That's what she's doing. This is the conversations that they have, unbeknownst to you, but it shows in their actions. And why do we get a never-ending stream of these kind of people? I don't wash my hands a long time ago because I understand. If somebody feel away, that's fine. You have the right. But I don't have to be in the mix with you guys. But tell me what you think. Put it in the comment section. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Come on back to see me because you see the work I'm putting in. And until next time, peace. And remember, there is more.